Hey, my friends, George Ira Carroll. So I remember back about maybe 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, I was 2.5 years out of the corporate world and extremely depressed and not sure about my life and felt like I just didn't have any purpose or meaning. And I remember I stumbled upon a book called Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. And in that book, he mentions another book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And Psycho-Cybernetics is an amazing book. It's been out since the 1960s. And basically, that book teaches people how to use the power of your mind, how to use the power of visualization as a way to create your own reality. And so after I read that book, I started closing my eyes and I had this vision of being a professional speaker and speaking to, large audiences and impacting them and inspiring them. And I remember day in and day out for a long time, I would close my eyes. And even though I had no idea how it was going to happen, even though I had no clue how it was going to unfold, I just knew that going in and imagining this future reality for me was a lot more pleasurable than the pain that I was experiencing in the moment of not feeling like I had any purpose. And so, months went by and visualization just, continued to flow through. And I continued to spend time in my sort of the theater of my mind, if you will, and just imagined large audiences and being in front of them and impacting them in a positive way. And it's interesting, I'm here in Syracuse right now getting ready to speak to a group of about 150 attorneys on helping them master their purpose story. And it's amazing what we're capable of when we harness the power of our intention and of our minds. And so I'm here in the event room that's being set up now, so you can kind of take a look and see. And it's kind of a moment of gratitude for me, because it's like, have you ever experienced that point in time where you realize that the dreams that you had, maybe years and years back, have come to fruition, and that you're actually living those visions that way back in the day that you created in your mind. And so for me, I'm just immensely grateful that that we get to choose the life that we get to create by literally infusing the energy in our bodies and in our minds. And it's awesome to see, because I'll be here tomorrow in front of 150 people and helping them realize that their story has meaning, their story has power, their story has value, and that when we share our stories with the world, our triumphs, our struggles, the things that we've overcome in our life, and we share those with the world, we inspire other people to say, hey, you know what? I've been through this too. I've been through the ups and the downs, and there's nothing that you can't overcome if you're willing just to be persistent, if you're willing to just overcome the odds and be, one of the few who talk, or one of the few who do versus the many who talk. And so, I just wanted to share this moment with you because I'm just wickedly grateful, because, gosh, I remember 8 years ago, I had no idea what the hell I was doing in my life. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And now it's like I get to live my dream because I saw it first. There's a great story that I'll end with here about Walt Disney. Walt Disney actually never got to see Disney World open up. He passed away before the grand opening of Disney World, and so his nephew Roy was at the press conference receiving all of the questions from the audience and the media, and some pompous and arrogant reporter in the audience asked Roy, he said, Roy, how does it feel to know that your Uncle Walt never got to see Disney World open up? And Roy thought for a moment, and he said, well, on the contrary, sir, he was the first to see it.